Coming up, we take a look at a club making hats for cancer patients,
a senior with a wrist condition,
and tonight's volleyball game.
This is Hawk TV for Friday, October 14th, 2016.
Shut up and sit down.
Good morning, Hebron High School. I'm Cole Phillips.
And I'm Elena Barnes. Last spring during the big event, parents and students paired up with an organization that continued to become a club at Hebron. Lindsay, you has the story.
Thread after thread and loop after loop, Hebron students gather at the 9th grade campus every Tuesday during A block to serve people who are fighting for their lives in hospitals.
The Passing Hats organization is just, here it's a club, but outside it's an actual organization. They have their own website too. It's run by a lady named Ellen, and it's where we make hats like with looms and stuff, and then we give them, we just donate them to cancer patients so that whenever they're going to chemotherapy and they lose all their hair, they can have these hats to wear.
Like most people today, a number of members in the club have personally dealt with someone with cancer and have joined this club to help the cause.
My mom had cancer, and she had cervical cancer stage 4, and she passed away. And so I just want to make hats for people who have cancer because my mom lost her hair, and people or cancer patients who lost their hair, they want people making fun of them.
It destroys your body as like the chemotherapy goes through. So like it'll help them like process more of what normal people don't go through each and every day.
Ever since they started last spring, Passing Hats has been getting many donations from the community and it has many supporters. They hope to grow bigger as each year passes.
To make the biggest club in Hebron actually is my ultimate goal. But until then, I just want kids to come in and realize that something really small can go a long way. They're just sitting here and they're making hats, but the reaction that you would get from a cancer patient, they're so happy.
This is Lindsay Yu reporting from Hawk TV. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Lindsay. To join the club or make a donation, contact Pamela Jones in the 9th grade campus.
This summer, senior and 4-year Snareline member Jeffrey Hong received a medical diagnosis that changed the course of his senior year. Beth Christensen takes a closer look at the story.
Senior Jeffrey Hong was diagnosed with carpal tunnel this summer, and it has drastically changed the course of his year.
During the middle of summer band camp, I noticed that my wrist wasn't functioning as it was supposed to. And I noticed that, maybe it wasn't such a big deal at the time, but as I kept on playing and going through about band, I noticed that, my wrist started to hurt.
Since Hong is no longer able to march, he is now helping the drumline adjust to their new numbers.
I had to adjust the spacing in all those sets so it didn't look like there was a gap in between all of the snares or make it look really awkward.
Even though he is not marching, Hong is viewing the percussion section with a different point of view.
It's helping out a lot more in different areas. He's getting to see the other side of things. He's getting to be in front of the group and see the snare line from the outside, from an outsider's perspective, more of like an audience member's perspective. And so he's getting to see what I've been talking about this whole time, and he's been a huge asset. He's been fixing things that I don't have time to fix or that I don't see. He sees things being in the group that he can fix. So still, he's a huge asset in a big part of the group, big member of the group.
Even though he is not marching, Hong is viewing the percussion section with a different point of view.
As far as I'm concerned, they don't want me out and I don't want myself to be out, but duty calls, and sometimes I had to do what I had to do, and I had to take myself out of it.
Even though he lost the ability to play one last year, he is proud to be around the drumline.
It's been a bummer, to be honest. I never really thought that as a senior I'd have to say goodbye to being able to play and march. I won't be able to do this with the group of people that I've grown up with here, and the friendships that I've made in the past to now. It's been great and all, but it's really hard to see it all just kind of disappear in front of you. But all I can say is that I thank the guys that they're still going strong, and they're not letting this affect them too much.
This is Beth Christensen reporting for Hawk TV. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Beth. The next drumline competition is November 12th at Marcus High School.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Yu. Alright, I'm going to be straightforward with this. The PSEG is October 19th. Okay, everyone calm down. It's just a test. Take it seriously, of course, but don't beat yourself up over it, you know? I have some great tips that'll really help you out. Numero uno, definitely read the instructions carefully. You might think you know what you're doing, but you don't. Not until you've read the instructions, you don't. Number 2, use your test booklet as scratch paper when you're doing your calculations. It'll help you get your brain all untangled and such. Number 3, bring a calculator. Make sure it's on the approved list of calculators too. Trust me, it really sucks to think that you're all prepared and then find out that you can't use your calculator. Number 4, take some practice tests. It's the best way to be prepared. Number 5, don't stress yourself out. Sometimes in a test, you can be your own worst enemy. Take a breath, skip the problem if you don't know it, and come back to it later. Lastly, believe in yourself. Have some confidence. A positive outlook is a huge advantage to your test taking. You got this. I'm Lindsay Yu, and with these tips, you're definitely going to kick this test in the butt.
Welcome back. The State Fair of Texas comes to Fair Park every fall. Drew Vaughn takes a closer look.
The State Fair of Texas is back again. Cole Phillips, Elena Barnes, and myself decided to give you guys a little preview of its highlights. First things first, we went to the car show. Now, we don't know too much about cars, but we still had a great time. They had video games, vendors, and of course, lots of cars.
Visit the car show, it's so lit!
And then when we stopped to buy coupons, we ran into a future rapper.
Yeah, I go hard. Right now. Yeah, I go hard.
Can you do something right now?
Most say I go hard, some say they not feeling me. After this one, now I had your girl feeling me. Got it rolling, but everybody on the pills. Nah, I ain't want to go there. Nah, but for real, hey, be checking for me. My name Lil Brian.
Nice to meet you, Lil Bron. Anyway, Cole, the risk taker in the group, decided to get on this crazy ride called the Kamikaze. Although I was too scared to get on, he said it was great.
That lady was crazy.
And I should mention that there were a few clown sightings, so please be careful if you go. All jokes aside, the fair is a great place for taking pictures, so make sure you get an iconic pic with big text. After that, Cole and I got on a ride called the Cliffhanger, and it was pretty fun. It was more of a chill ride, but beware if you're afraid of heights, like myself. It did go pretty high. The line for the Texas start was insane, so we did the second best thing to get a great view of downtown Dallas by taking a ride in the Texas skyline. Unfortunately, we did not have time to try all of the delicious food, so we'll get back to you on that one. And those were our State Fair adventures. I would totally recommend going. We all had a ton of fun, and overall, it was just a great time. Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Drew Vaughn. Now back to the studio.
The fair will run until October 23rd. The volleyball team is in first place in district and takes on 5th place Flower Mound. I took a closer look into the team's preparation. Tonight, in a district rematch, Hebron plays 18 and 18 Flower Mound.
We really just have to focus before the game, and we have to go in thinking that we can be confident and strong and know that we can beat them first.
Before each game, the team gathers together for pre-game rituals.
Kind of like, I guess, dance or like do jump ropes, that's always fun. And then after that, we always pray before games, and then we also do like a little like chant. We just say "we ready" like a few times, and we end up like jumping and stuff, so it's fun.
Lexi Douglas shared her pre-game superstitions in pursuit of another state championship.
I'm eating cowboy chicken, and I eat it at the same time every single game day. And I also do my hair the same way.
With the Flower Mound game being a rematch, Benbow's plan of attack is to be confident.
We can't go into the game thinking that we can just roll over Flower Mound. We have to think that every team is going to be able to beat us. So I just say keep the energy up, keep the team together, and just pass the ball well.
During this game, Keeney plans on perfecting what the team struggles on the most to add to their 35-5 season record.
I don't think they're going to lay down this round. I think they're going to come at us much more aggressively. So unfortunately, I don't know a whole lot. We're just going to work on the things that we struggle on, and hopefully it's good enough. We understand what we have to stop against us on the other side of that net, and what things that maybe we notice, like the setter dumps a lot or whatever, things like that we'll have to work on every week so that we're prepared for the team that we're about to play.
This is Elena Barnes reporting for Hawk TV. Now back to the studio. Tonight's game is at 7 p.m. in the main gym.
In other sports news, football takes on Flower Mound tonight at 7:30 at the Woodshed. Cross country competes in the Friday Night Lights meet at the Colony, and golf takes on Denton Geyer at the Robson Ranch.
That's it for today's broadcast. Stay tuned for After the Credits to see a special segment in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm Elena Barnes.
And I'm Cole Phillips. Have a great rest of your day.
In honor of National Hispanic Heritage Month, we thought it would be cool to interview a couple students to learn more about the culture. So, Luis, a lot of people make assumptions about what it means to be Hispanic, but what does it mean to you?
Well, even though like Hispanics are all spread out around the world, like in Europe there's Portugal and Spain, and then down in South America there's Peru, Colombia, Brazil, all the places like that, we're still very connected, like culturally and traditions. We're almost all together as one.
Okay, so obviously one of the assumptions people make is that everyone that is Hispanic speaks Spanish, but you actually speak Portuguese, right?
Yeah, that is right. Portuguese is like kind of different because it's a lot of Hispanic cultures speak the same languages, like it sounds similar, but they're different. Like Oi, como estava seu dia hoje? That means like, hi, how was your day today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so then a lot of Hispanics share traditions, so what are some of the traditions that you celebrate, Julian?
We celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas, but we'll have like tamales and stuff, and then later we'll just go outside as a family, just play soccer together, play volleyball, just do something together as a family and just play.
Okay, so sports are a big deal in Hispanic culture. How do sports take a role in the culture of Brazil?
Like Julian said, soccer is a big thing in Brazil because it's played all around the world, but like in Brazil, you don't even have to have a ball to play. You can just like get a random orange or something, and you don't even have to have shoes, and you can just play on the street, and it's just for everybody to play.
So food is a big deal in Hispanic culture. Obviously, Texas has its own Tex-Mex culture. What are some of the foods you guys eat that are different from traditional American foods?
Sometimes I'll have arroz con gris, and it's like white rice with black beans already mixed together. Mm-hmm. It's actually like really good.
Yeah, in Brazil we have like something almost like that. It's called garaba, which is, it's just like a kind of a bunch of everything mixed together.
Okay, so is there anything else that you guys want to talk about that you think people at Hebron should know?
Just stay open-minded.
Alrighty guys, thanks for your time.